how to, take a proactive approach in preventing, our young people from getting caught up in this world, and also getting caught up in things that may cause them, that will lead them to imprisonment or detention on the juvenile level.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Thank you very much for your question. I would say there is no one solution. There is no one or two pills that you just take. But I think that it needs an entire lifestyle. An entire lifestyle. First and foremost is your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How connected are you to your Lord? Do you ask Allah to protect your children from evil? Okay. Secondly is, how do you take care of your children? Have you put them in the necessary environments to learn and to be around positivity? Your income. Is your income pure? Is it pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Or is your income displeasing to Allah and impure? Do you feed your children from haram that has an effect upon them? As we say, you are what you eat. Okay, and the Prophet ﷺ, he warns us against ill-gotten means and nourishing the body from those ill-gotten means. Also, as was mentioned, how generous are you to your children? Dr. Brown said, give them money. In other words, many times, children, teenagers, they fall into things because they're lacking. My father doesn't give me attention, as we just mentioned, or time, or love, or I don't have enough money, so I go to the streets, or I go to the television screen or the phone, and the problem, and the list goes on, all right? So in my humble opinion, there isn't no one solution, but it's a whole entire lifestyle. Before the child is even conceived, when a child is young, all the way up until the child is grown and leaves your home, it's a constant struggle that the parent has to make, all right? And every child is different, every child is unique. Talk to your child based off of their intelligence and based off of their personality. You can speak to them logically. Some children just need, to be woken up, to be reminded. Discipline. There is no one specific solution. You understand? And like you just mentioned about yourself, talk to your child about your own experiences. And tell your child, or tell your teenage son or teenage daughter what you think is fun, what you think is cool and hip. I've been there and I've done that. It's a dead end. You don't want to go this route. You don't want to be with this person. Trust me, it looks fun now, but it'll end up in a miserable way for you. And tell them about your own experiences. And most importantly is, don't force the child. Don't impose upon the child. Offer the child the correct way and warn them from the incorrect way. Pray that Allah Azza wa Jalla keeps the child safe from going towards the incorrect path. And if they do, that Allah Azza wa Jalla would gently bring them back. And oftentimes parents, when they speak to their children, the first thing that the parents think and feel that the child isn't listening. And that's not always the case. Sometimes they are listening, but the response, and they don't necessarily jump when you say jump. All right? When I was younger, my parents, they told me many things, and I didn't necessarily listen to them immediately. But as I got older, I benefited tremendously from their wisdom, from their discipline, or from certain things that they would say to me. So what's important is give it time. The flower needs time to blossom and to grow by itself. Provide the sunlight, put it in good, clean soil, provide it with the water, and put the rest with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't force and don't impose the child, especially when they're getting older in puberty. What's important is, there are many lectures and books, some that we have done and others, with regards to Tarbiyah al-Islamiyah, the proper Islamic way of raising children, from little tiny babies to adolescents to teenagers, and the list goes on. Perhaps you can go back to some of those lectures and inshallah get the full detail. Obviously time is limited. It's a panel, other speakers. That's inshallah hopefully shedding some light, bidhnillah. And Allah knows best.